know where you are. This is Philadelphia. With style, flavor, and attitude that's unmistakable and undeniable. Philly is Philly from top to bottom. A hard-working, highly diverse city that takes care of its own. Philly expects and deserves the best. Introducing PHL Local Gaming. From the top down, PHL represents local pride and local talent. Led by the visionary veteran Philadelphia businessman Joseph Procacci, PHL is committed to market-driven diversity that mirrors the city and region it plans to serve. Together with his equity partner and fellow Philadelphia success story, Dr. Walter Lomax, and Merit Management's Joseph Canfora, PHL's competitive advantages and its emphasis on positive local community impact will prove to be best for Philadelphia and Philadelphians. Joe Procacci's been in business in South Philly for 65 years.
I started with my dad peddling produce.
Together with his brother Michael, he built a produce empire, supplying the nation with 20% of its fresh tomatoes. Mr. Procacci employs hundreds of people around the country, but 75% of them are from the greater Philadelphia area, 35% from right in his backyard, South Philly.
First of all, he's Philly first. He's always done things in the area.
We've had opportunities to leave the city at different times, and it's always been Joe's choice to stay here.
He loves his customers and he loves his employees.
This is a city they love, this is a city that they want to be a part of, and this is where they want to stay.
He also knows the importance of community and giving back.
We came to know the Procaccis in a different light when we decided to raise some monies for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And we raised $1.2 million, and it was basically because of the Procaccis that this happened. The icing on the cake is they don't want anybody to know how good and caring and kind they are. They just want to do for people and do and do and do. And that's their motive, is for everyone to be in a better place.
Joe Procacci found a symbiotic partnership with another born and raised Philadelphia powerhouse, Dr. Walter Lomax.
Our backgrounds were somewhat similar, starting from zilch and being able to develop something that benefit a lot of people. Mr. Procacci has been a real gentleman in terms of being willing, because this is his idea, it's his vision, it's his money up to this point. We think that we can bring value besides just money, but also from our experience in Philadelphia and our local presence.
These two savvy businessmen understand the key to success is the selection of the teams they work with.
He's been operating in Las Vegas for many years, and now he specializes in local casinos, and he's very successful at it.
Ironically, I'm a native Pennsylvanian. I went to school at UNLV and got in the gaming business at a very young age, and I've been doing it for over 30 years. We've opened up local facilities throughout the United States. We've been with companies for years and years and years. We've been in communities. We've been part of communities. We understand the difference of every community, and we respect the communities that we're in. But the bottom line is we have a AAA group of members of the team that will help open, design, develop, and manage the casino for Joe Procacci.
So what kind of facility does PHL Local have in mind?
No, we're talking about a destination facility, someplace with a huge hotel, 4-star hotel, with restaurants, with all sorts of things that will attract people from all over the East Coast, actually, maybe all over the country.
Well, when you walk into the casino, we want you to feel like, wow, this feels different. And what we think we can do by putting a hotel, a first-class a hotel, as well as all of these other amenities that we're talking about, that we'll be able to work with the community leaders to fill that extra day in so that there's more entertainment, more travel coming into Philadelphia, so that it complements each other. So if you go see Betsy Ross and see where she made the flag, and then you go to the Liberty Bell and you have an unbelievable museum and art museum, and you go see Rocky, When you're doing all that, what you want to do is add another element so that we stay longer and have much more of an enjoyment, because the longer you stay in Philadelphia, the more you're going to explore. So we think we're going to be a great partner.
We feel that you need at least 23 or 24 acres like we have.
We're right off at the ramp. Easy access, in and out, off the highway. That means that there's very minimal, if at any, impact to the neighborhoods, which is another plus. So we have easy accessibility, a great location on 2 major highways.
I think that's one of the differentiating things about our particular site, is that it's at least a mile removed from any real neighborhood activity. It's close enough to be of assistance, but far enough not to be intrusive.
I don't think it's going to change anything about the character of our neighborhood. You know, people from South Philly have been here for so long.
I think that there's acceptance now. In fact, there's an invitation. Please come and get started as soon as possible.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, especially in this type of economy where everybody's suffering and people need jobs, it'll boost the economy, the city.
I think it's a good idea if it can help lower our wage tax here in Philly and can help our school systems out. Put people to work.
And we have plans that can differentiate us from our competition, because we can do what we want to do much earlier, much quicker than our competitors can.
Not only do we have the location, not only do we have the acreage, but we have the infrastructure.
Not just the immediate neighborhood, but there's a ripple effect. I mean, what happens in South Philadelphia will ripple to West Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, Mount Airy, Roxbury. You know, it's a ripple effect, and that's what we hope to do.
It's an opportunity that we have to improve the area and to help the state, help the city, and help the citizens in Philadelphia.
PHL Local Gaming says it all. It's made in Philadelphia, and it will stay in Philadelphia. And the commitment is from the top down, from Joe Procacci, from Dr. Lomax, to everybody that's involved in here. It's a philosophy that has to start at the beginning, which means construction, jobs, vending, everything that we have to do, banking, legal, health, everything that you could possibly list will stay in Philadelphia.
It's huge. I mean, you know, between all the seafood that we bring in, all the produce, everything that they're going to need, all the expertise of building this in our city. My dad's in construction, so if there's something huge like that going on, he's going to be in work for a really long time.
I think it'd be a great opportunity, you know, to find employment in South Philly and be able to stay in a place where I was born and raised and basically grow out my whole entire life in, and not have to pack up and move.
While he may be known as the Tomato King, Joe Procacci is also a keen developer. He and his brother turned 2,000 acres of tomato fields into the Vineyards, Naples, Florida's preeminent luxury golf course community.
Most people don't realize there's a big step between thinking about something and doing it. I understand there's 2 full golf courses, 12 tennis courts, 40 neighborhoods, you say?
Over 40 neighborhoods.
And this is the same thing we can do with property down at the Food Distribution Center.
They look in the eye, they tell you they're going to do something, they do it. There's never a second thought, never a question about whether it's going to get done. Their word, frankly, is their bond. I know that sounds cliche in today's world, but people like that really embody that spirit.
I remember when it was a tomato field back in the 70s. Now we have a commercial and a hospital on one end. They donated a park site, a school site on the other end. So it's a well-rounded community.
They understood that it's a very, very long-term project. They understood that it's going to be very heavy financially on the front end before any return can be seen. They understood that it's totally different than the produce or the farming business, where you get instant gratification. You sell a load of tomatoes, you get paid on the spot. Here you have to build the community, you have to build infrastructure, you have to build the brand, you have to do all that, you have to commit landscaping, you have you know, you have umpteen. I mean, imagine before we sold one lot, we had to build miles of roadways, a 70,000 square foot clubhouse, 2 golf courses, 12 tennis courts. You add the bill without adding the cost of the land. You're thinking $150, $200 million of upfront commitment before you receive a nickel. And they understood that, and they said, look, we want to do it. We want to do it first class. We don't want to cut any corners. It's very, very important that whatever we do is going to be setting the trend in development.
Platinum Vision. Platinum Ownership. Platinum Management. Platinum Location. PHL Local brings you Casino Revolution. A destination that's strong, diverse, ready to build, with style, flavor, and commitment that's unmistakable and undeniably Philadelphia. Committed to generating local jobs and tremendous revenue for the state, city, and community of South Philadelphia. PHL Local. Best for Philadelphia, best for Philadelphia.